Hey, beautiful souls. So we're back again, and today I want to share with you the idea of deep listening. What does that mean? My team and I have witnessed over 1,200 couples in the end. These intimate conversations, raw, fun, vulnerable, but at the end of the day, they're honest ones. And sometimes we've noticed when people are dropping into something deeper, that they're listening to something deeper instead of just responding from what I call cultural mantras or societal programming. One really good example, and when I first noticed this, was we had a series of blind date videos. And a question came up, why do you think I'm still single? And I was shocked. This is when it really came up for me. The response that everybody gave was, because you have to figure yourself out first. I said, wow, how can so many people respond in the same way? You have to figure yourself out first. And that's when it came to me, maybe this response is a societal programming. It's a cultural mantra that we kind of absorb and take on and assume that it's real. And what's the difference between that and another response? One that's connected and resonant. It's called deep listening. And what it means is feeling to listen. Feeling to listen. Sometimes we're in a conversation and we're trained this way as humans. Is that we're already thinking about the response to what they're saying. So we're not really listening because maybe you feel defensive, you feel attacked, maybe you're racing to find an answer. So when you find yourself in a conversation of this kind and you find yourself already responding, stop. Remember, the mind is built to protect. The heart is built to connect. And oftentimes, our mind jumps in a lot because it wants to protect us. And especially when you're having these vulnerable, raw, real conversations, you get defensive because you're vulnerable. And your mind is going to protect you. But we can't really lean into that. We can't step into that. We can't explore that discomfort if our mind is pushing it away. We got to sit in it. And much like an image is worth 1,000 words, an emotion is worth 1,000 thoughts. Some mechanics to help you drop into deep listening. First, don't rush to an answer. No matter what you're feeling, sit with that feeling for a moment. Let it be there. Breathe through it. Breathing is a great tool to just get grounded in the moment. And see those emotions come past you like a wave. Don't cut each other off. Don't cut them off. Let them finish. Sometimes to really point out when they're done is have them say your name. Then you know they've passed the talking stick over to you. Now it's your turn to respond and share. What happens is that your connection with the other person strengthens. It becomes bigger. The love you feel, the mutual trust and respect that you feel is acknowledged and cherished through these conversations. When you're not talking from the head, but talking from the heart, from the body. So when you're asked a question, take your time. Don't just respond immediately. Feel the body. Even if it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. Sometimes things don't make sense when they happen, and then later it all becomes clear. The next time you create the space for one of these conversations, slow down and drop into deep listening. And see where it takes you. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.